the screen is dark. A distant rumble of thunder. Slowly, smoke and ash begin to fill the sky. Most people think they know the story of Sodom and Gomorrah. Fire from heaven, Lot running for his life, a woman turned into a pillar of salt, cities destroyed in a single night. But what if everything you thought you knew was only the surface? What if there was a deeper truth, a hidden warning, a secret sin that history rarely talks about? Selfishness, indifference, a city so blind to suffering, it invited its own destruction. And here is the disturbing part. That warning isn't just ancient history. It is alive today, closer than most people realize. Watch carefully, because part 1, part 2, and part 3 reveal the full story. Don't blink. This story might test your heart. Most people think they understand the fall of Sodom and Gomorrah. Fire from heaven, Lot fleeing, his wife looking back and turning to salt. But beneath that familiar story, there is a deeper truth, a hidden lesson that many people miss. The sin of Sodom was not only wickedness, not only cruelty, not only the evil that filled the streets at night. Those were only symptoms. The true sin of Sodom was self-centeredness. The people had grown comfortable, rich, powerful, and in that comfort, they forgot something essential. The one thing that separates life from destruction, compassion. They closed their eyes to suffering. They ignored the cries of strangers. They turned away from the pain of the poor. The weak were mocked. Justice was ignored. Indulgence was celebrated. Humanity was forgotten. In short, Sodom's heart had grown cold. Think about that. They didn't just commit acts of evil, they normalized them. Evil became their culture, their lifestyle, their everyday choice, and that is what made their destruction inevitable. Even more shocking, Lot lived there, among them. He married into the city, built a life there, and yet, something inside him remained different. His heart was not completely hardened, and because of that, he was spared. The destruction of the city was not simply punishment, it was a warning about what happens when a society forgets empathy, when the weak are ignored, when cruelty becomes entertainment, when justice disappears. That is why Abraham's prayer mattered so much. He asked God a powerful question. What if there are 10 righteous people? 10. That was all it would take to save the city, but there were not even 10. Not 10 who truly cared about justice, not 10 who valued mercy. And so the fire came, but that fire was more than destruction. It was revelation. It exposed what happens when arrogance, selfishness, and cruelty rule a community. Here is the lesson most people miss. Sodom's story is not just ancient history, it is a mirror for every generation, every city, every society, and even every individual heart. Look around today. How often do we ignore suffering because it is inconvenient? How often do we prioritize comfort over conscience? How often do we stay silent when we see injustice? Not because we agree with it, but because it does not affect us personally. These small choices matter, and when they pile up, when selfishness becomes normal, a new Sodom begins to rise. Quietly, silently, dangerously, right under our noses. Lot escaped because he listened, because he cared, because when the warning came, he acted. But Lot's wife, she hesitated, she looked back. Her body was leaving the city, but her heart was still there, still attached to what was familiar, even though it was already doomed, and that one moment cost her everything. The hidden sin of Sodom is subtle. It does not scream, it whispers. It promises comfort, wealth, pleasure, security, all while slowly eroding compassion. It is the sin of indifference, the sin of selfishness, the belief that the rules of right and wrong do not apply to you. And here is the truth most people never realize. Sodom did not fall simply because it was sinful. Sodom fell because it forgot how to love. It forgot how to care. It forgot how to show mercy. That is the secret the fire revealed. And that is the warning for us today. Every glance Lot's wife took back at the city reminds us of something powerful. Attachment to evil, even when familiar, can destroy us. Every pillar of salt is a monument, a silent reminder of hearts that refuse to let go, and every column of smoke rising from those ruins sends a message across history. Empathy ignored invites destruction, compassion abandoned invites ruin. The cities are gone, but the warning remains, and that secret sin is still hiding in plain sight. Sodom and Gomorrah were destroyed thousands of years ago. Their streets are dust, their buildings are ash, but their message is still alive. Why does it matter today? Because the heart of Sodom did not disappear. It appears in every generation, in every nation, in every community, and sometimes even inside us. The fire that fell from heaven was not only punishment, it was a message about choices, about the kind of heart we build. The people of Sodom had everything: luxury, power, comfort, but they lost the most important things: empathy, mercy, justice, and that loss destroyed them. So ask yourself something honestly. How often do we ignore suffering because it is inconvenient? How often do we chase comfort while others struggle? How often do we stay silent when we should speak? These are small choices, but when enough people make them, an entire society can change, and history shows us what happens next. Lot was saved because he listened, he acted, he obeyed the warning, even when it meant leaving everything behind. Lot's wife reminds us of something else. A heart that refuses to let go cannot move forward. Our choices matter, our hearts matter, and what we ignore today can become tomorrow's destruction. This story is more than history. It is a mirror. It asks difficult questions. Are we valuing wealth over compassion, comfort over justice, status over mercy? Are we willing to leave behind what destroys us, even when it feels familiar? That is why this story still matters. It challenges us, it warns us, and it calls us to live differently. So remember this: stand for justice, protect the vulnerable, do not ignore the cries of those who suffer. And when life asks you to walk away from something that is wrong, have the courage to leave and do not look back. Because the story of Sodom and Gomorrah is not just about fire from heaven, it is about the fire that rises inside societies when compassion disappears. Let this story stay with you. Share it, talk about it. Let it remind you that mercy, justice, and love are more valuable than comfort, wealth, or power. Because a city or a heart that loses compassion invites its own destruction. This story is not just history, it is a warning, a mirror, and a call to live differently. Run from indifference, run from selfishness, run from cruelty. Protect what is good, protect what is righteous. And when life calls you forward, do not look back. The cities of the past may be gone, but their message is urgent. And that is the hidden truth of Sodom and Gomorrah. If this story moved you, make sure you watch the full journey. Part 1, Part 2, and Part 3. Each one reveals another powerful piece of the story, and if you enjoy stories like this, our channel is filled with powerful Bible stories and historical lessons, designed to challenge your heart and inspire your life. So before you go, subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell so you never miss a story. Like this video if it spoke to you, share it with someone who needs to hear it, and leave a comment below. Tell us, what part of this story touched you the most? Your voice matters, your choices matter, and every story here is meant to help us live with compassion, courage, and wisdom. I'll see you in the next story.